And, I can just imagine like a young queer kid watching the show and being like, I'm seeing myself on screen and I actually like what I see, and I think that is so cool and really important. And that's what really drew me to the show.
That is, yeah, couldn't have said it better myself, 100%. We're going. So, hi.
Hello.
First off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Mckensie. I am 23. I'm from Sacramento originally, but I now live in Portland, Oregon, and I play Olivia Santina.
Speaking of Olivia, could you tell us a little bit about her, about your character?
She is, she's an it girl. She's very cute. She's a people pleaser. She cares a lot, sometimes too much. I think that her strengths are that she's very empathetic and extremely sensitive, which I think can also be faults, but I think that those are her strengths.
Could you tell us about some similarities and some differences that you noticed while playing Olivia between you and her?
Yes, there are a lot of similarities. I think that's probably true for most of the cast. I think we all kind of shared traits with our characters. But I definitely relate to her social anxieties and I relate to her sensitivity. The differences are that I feel like just a little bit older than she is. I'm not in high school anymore, so I think my world doesn't feel as small as it does for her. And then just the way that we present ourselves are almost exactly the opposite. I was never a cheerleader, so that was fun. That part was really fun.
Did we only have one cheerleader on set?
We had a couple of scenes where we had like backup, like background cheerleaders, like Renee, I think.
Yeah, but Renee, I think I was the only one on set who is actually a cheerleader.
Actually a cheerleader. Yeah. I think you were. Yeah. We were all just faking to the max. Yeah.
Love. Acting. Professional. We love it. Okay, obviously, while we were busy being fake cheerleaders, we were also shooting an entire show during COVID, during the middle of this pandemic. So what was that like for you?
Honestly, I'm really grateful to have had that experience because it was right at the beginning of COVID. Like the callbacks we went to were right when everything was first shutting down. And then kind of as the show went along through the summer, it was when it started getting more and more serious. And at the beginning, it was really, really scary. COVID was really scary. So I think having something to throw myself into was really healthy for me. And not a lot of people had that. And of course, like it was difficult with all the extra precautions we had to take to make sure everyone was safe. But ultimately, I'm just really glad I had something, I think that was really good.
Yeah, definitely. It was very like grounding.
Totally, yeah.
To be able to have one thing during all the craziness. Hetero is a show, obviously, but why is it a show that people should watch, people should be interested in, and why is it a show that you were drawn to?
It's not your time. Sorry.
It's time.
He has no respect for me. I think that the coolest part about Hetero is that we have this cast of characters, and it's pretty inclusive, the cast of characters. It includes a lot of sexualities, it includes a lot of identities. So it's inclusive, yes, but also nobody is tokenized. And I think that is the biggest thing about this show, and something that I have seen very little of, if anything. No one is tokenized. Nobody is tragic. No one is a victim, There's conflict, of course, otherwise there wouldn't be a show. But these kids, especially in GSA, are like the cool kids, like when you're watching the show, you want to be them. And, you know, I can just imagine like a young queer kid watching the show and being like, I'm seeing myself on screen and I actually like what I see, you know? And I think that is so cool and really important. And that's what really drew me to the show.
That is, yeah, couldn't have said it better myself, 100%. So obviously quarantine is not over, sad face, but it has definitely been a time to get into things artistically. So what have you been up to artistically over quarantine besides hetero?
I think film and acting, hetero has really been it. And I think it's been hard for a lot of us in the performing arts because what we do is so collaborative. And so there's just not as much opportunity for us as, you know, or it's limited and it's different. So I've just tried to go with that, adapt to that. And I've been trying to focus on things that are more solo and for myself, writing for myself and painting and sewing and kind of just like returning back to like tactical hands-on things that I can do that just bring me into the present. I think there are a lot of different ways that people cope, but I'm not feeling the need to be productive right now. I think we all just need to take care of ourselves.
That is so valid. Quarantine is, the most I've done for past couple weeks is my scarf, which currently has 2 rows. So, you know, so it's obviously been a long time since hetero stopped filming, but what have you been up to just in general now that we're done with filming?
Yeah, I'm taking classes at PSU. That's been good. I'm working, which I'm lucky to be working. Reading, you know, checking in on my people, waiting for the warm weather. I'm just waiting out the pandemic, really. Yeah. It's a cocoon time, I think.
Definitely. That is cocoon time. That's a really good way to say it. And then our final question, what words would you have for any other young artists that are watching this?
I think just don't be afraid to fail, you know, or don't be afraid to make mistakes. You definitely don't have to be perfect, and you don't even have to be good in the beginning, you know, and that shouldn't stop you. If you make a mistake, it doesn't mean that you failed, and even if you fail, it doesn't mean that you're bad, you know, it's part of it. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, and thank you for being here in this internet space with me today.
Thank you, Eden.
I will see you soon.
Yes, see you.